Hi, so in this video, we're going to be working with parallel and perpendicular lines, right? We are want to write the slope-intercept form of the equation of the line described, right? So it's telling me that passes through point -3, 3, and is parallel to y equals to 2/3 x, right? So as you remember, parallel lines are two lines that are on the same plane and do not intersect. So that means that the inclination of that line has to be exactly the same, right? And so that means that the slope of this line, the slope here, equals 2/3. Okay? Now, the slope of this new line is going to be exactly the same as that one. So that means that the slope of, let's call M2 just to call it differently. So it's going to be 2/3. So now I'm going to use the point slope form. Remember that that's y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. So I have y minus 3 equals 2/3 times x plus 3, right? So x minus 3 equals 2/3 x plus 2/3 times 3. So y minus 3 equals 2/3 x plus 2. Remember that I cancel out those 3 here. And I'm going to add 3 on both sides. So my slope-intercept from here is y equals 2/3 x plus 5. The next one, so I'm going to start by identifying this slope here. So it's 1/5, right? Remember that it's the coefficient of x, right? So I have, again, I'm going to use point slope. So x minus -2, so x plus 2 equals 1/5 times x minus 5. So y plus 2 equals 1/5 x minus 1. Remember that when I multiply 1/5 times 5, it's going to be 1. And now I'm going to subtract 2 on both sides. So y equals 1/5 x minus 3. So again, my slope here is 7/4. So I have y minus 5 equals 7/4 times x minus 4. So y minus 5 equals 7/4 x minus 7. And I'm going to add 5 on both sides. So y equals 7/4 x minus 2. Now it's telling me to find that passes through 5, 4 and is perpendicular. So it's perpendicular. Remember that two lines are perpendicular, lines that are intersecting, forming right angles, right? So now in this case, my slope, let's start by identifying the slope. So the first one is going to be -9/8. The slope of the new equation is going to be the opposite reciprocal of that one. So it's going to be the opposite. So that means that it's going to be positive, and I'm going to find its reciprocal. So I'm changing denominator with numerator. So a over 9. Now again, I'm going to go use this point slope. So y minus 4 equals 8/9 times x minus 5. So I have y minus 4 equals 8/9x minus 14 over 9. I'm going to add 4 on both sides, right? So I have -40 over 9 plus 4. So remember that I need to find a common denominator. That's 9. So -4, 40 over 9 plus 36 over 9. And that equals to -4. So I have y equals 8/9 x minus 4/9. Now again, the slope of this one, m equals 1/6. So my new slope, m2, equals the reciprocal, the opposite reciprocal. So that means that it's -6. When you multiply the 2, it should give you -1. So if I multiply 1/6 times -6, that is equal to -1. So again, What I use point slope. Y minus 3 equals negative 6 times x plus 1. Y minus 3 equals negative 6x minus 6. And I'm just going to add 3 on both sides. So y equals negative 6x minus 3. So my slope here is negative 9/4, right? So my new slope, m2, equals 4 over 9. As you can see, this one is positive. Again, if I multiply those two, I'm going to cancel the 4, I'm going to cancel the 9, so I'm going to have negative 1.